Your next presenter is Lynn Bauman-Milner. She's fantastic. So, can we please welcome her to the stage?
This is glass and blood. Those slippers, so beautiful, so delicate, fitted my feet so daintily, so perfectly. I believed her when she said they were made for me. The glass, shaped by thousands of facets, seemed to move with liquid light. She assured me that though they were glass, they were stronger than diamonds. She lied. They warmed to the touch. From the moment they were on my feet, they were as snug as a second skin. Every step sounded with filigree chimes. Every step left a print of diamond dust, leaving a glittering wake wherever I passed. The faintest breath of a breeze would send motes of light and sound dancing in the air around me. I could not resist crisscrossing my own path just to glance at the beauty that followed. Shining dust refracted the light. It seemed I left a trail of rainbows. I glided on light and music to the pumpkin carriage and onwards to the ball and the prince I desired. Midnight was my curfew, the limit her magic could hold. A dream of dancing and rainbows trailing on the floor, a dream of a violet-eyed prince falling in love with a nameless princess who wore glass slippers, trailed prisms and chimes wherever she walked, turning every eye to watch as she passed. So many eyes that watched, but I did not see, for I was blinded by dreams and dust, by violet eyes and lust. I fell just as hard, just as deep, and dreamed the dream would never end, just as she promised. She lied. The first bell of midnight tolled. The slippers cracked and splinters of glass stabbed between toes. Diamond dust fell from my eyes, and envious glances turned murderous in a blink. The crowd shoved the prince away from me as they surged forward with the truth. I retreated from the feral eyes of the rejected women who had been promised and denied a prince. They lurched for me, dragging the rainbows from my feet and trampled them. I spun away, only to freeze at the sight of the lascivious eyes of all the second-choice men as they lunged for me, tearing my glittering dress. The third bell. I fought tooth and nail for my freedom, pounded up steps and down hallways, leaving that telltale, tattletale trail of glass behind me. The slippers stabbed and gouged with every step. Every shard dug deep into heels and toes, under nails and through bones, but refused to shatter and free me. I tore handfuls of my dress and stuffed them into my mouth to stop the screams, but the gossamer tulle melted like spun sugar. At the sixth bell of midnight rolled through the air, all I could taste was glass dust and blood. I wept at the sight of the pumpkin carriage and limped inside. By the ninth toll, the carriage had left the castle grounds and pelted at speed down the forest path. Still, the slippers clawed through my feet, and every bump in the road left me breathless with pain. Glass dust and blood littered the floor of the carriage. I felt the final bell of midnight as the vibrations tumbled down my skull through my body. The slippers resonated, shuddered, and jagged cracks crisscrossed every facet, grinding together with a tooth-chattering tone, but still they refused to dissolve, clung to the remaining flesh and bone. The carriage turned pumpkin, with me trapped inside as it bounced once, twice, and splattered on the third. I hit the ground, rolled and twisted, screaming all the way. The slippers would not break. I fetched up hard against a tree trunk, my head striking the knot of a long, dead branch. Blessed darkness descended, and I escaped the pain. It was not midnight that was my undoing, but those damned slippers. Shredded gristle and bone were the only remains of my delicate feet, still trapped by the shattered glass. I could not run when I finally awoke, ragged and gasping. Light honed sharp on a glass blade danced across my eyes, burning away the last of her lies. She stood over me, triumphant, as she twisted and turned her glass blade, watching the dawning light play across my face. With every pass of light, her face changed, stepmother to godmother and back. I glanced behind her, a stepsister looming next to each shoulder, glass blades in their hands, glass slippers on their feet, and finally understood the truth. She lied, and I believed in her. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can see others on the Bettakultcha YouTube channel. Subscribe now and you'll be notified when new ones are uploaded.